Thank you so much, Finn, for all that you do for poets around the world and all your collaborative work, and especially for bringing out my book. So thank you for all that, Finn. Okay, so as Finn said, this is very different to what you'll hear me recite here now and then. Uh, these are old poems right from the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, and they focus on one relationship during each of those decades. So it's called Offspring of Three Loves, and it's dedicated to X in the 70s, Y in the 80s, and Z in the 90s. You planted the seed, I nurtured it. Poems were born of how we were. So I start with the 70s poems. I'm just reading a few out of them. The first one is called Communion. Perhaps you're thinking of me. Suddenly, my eyes somersault inward from the book in my hand to a quiet corner cell filled with memories only you and I share. Flying. Sometimes we fly wingtip to wingtip. Then you or I soar or dive, and the flock crowds in. Maneuvering height and space, we're split by time. Maneuvering time and space, we're split by height. Air currents, lift, drop, glide. You fly one way, I another. We fly away. Distance. I lived in a simple posh house, you in a simple one, when we loved each other. Now, you live in a posh house, I in a simple one. The distance between us has grown. And yeah, ghosts. Those parts of us that loved each other hover at eye level, haunting trust with distrust. Is it the past that kills the present, or the other way around? We were naive then. Now we are neither dead nor alive. String mates. Just think, my apposite string mate. Do not we, seekers of love, reflect reciprocal response more akin than alien in catharsis? Drawn to the same magnet, bonded by similar forces, shriveled by converse cold heats of ambroglio. Your joy, my pain, my joy, your pain. We interplay experience shared alone. Two sails billowed and buffeted by the changing wind, wistfully clinging to a solitary mast. The end. The sliced head jumped 3 times on the nape of the neck, grinning a grimace. the severed body crumpled moments later. Empty the sea into a thimble, lock up the breeze in airtight jars, make the sun leap into sand dunes at noontide. Up and down tides make driftwood go far. And the last one from this section, the 12th of March. Why did he choose the 12th of March to get married? That was the day we started our love affair and a year later ended it. Why does he choose the same day to marry another face? So we move into the 80s, which was a very different relationship, extremely different. And it was more, I think, colored by the things we did rather than the persons we were. When the wind blows, the bird clutches a stunted tree stump. Yet she knows if she's blown off, she can always fly. Beetle. You climbed too fast, little red beetle. Now, afraid to come down, remain stuck halfway up a grass blade. Don't you know only the ground can lead another way? Fish tank. Fish in tanks feel safe in their pretty little space. Fake food, fake stones, fake house, fake plants in a gilded glass cage. No freedom to explore sun reed rocks, river pond lake, lizard frog lake, snake, loose wind escape. Dead life. It's a dead life. Buzz, 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 buzz. Conversation goes over my head. Am I drunk? Am I dead? Or am I just turned off, uninterested? Chatter clatters at the table. Lip, nail, and eye-gloss shades over-pitching prices of stocks and gizmos and new model cars. Do I belong here? Somehow I feel not. Who am I? Where am I? Why am I here? Loud silence. Disillusion. Sometimes disillusion spits with a salt-sour sting. Other times it creeps over and into you like whispering whirls of poisonous gas, gnawing entrails till nothing is left save one tender sore spot. Prism. I struggle against the prism, splintering me into image shreds. I? Which I? A caterpillar struggles to split its skin, wriggles to crawl out, reaches beauty, then flies. Since you are only an ant, you have no right to bite my hand. Your courage is ignorance. I stamp to crush you. Everything ends. Sooner or later, everything ends. Even the climb up the mountain ends when you descend to the base of another ascent. So now we move to the 90s, again, very different from the first two. This was a more idealistic, almost ephemeral kind of relationship. And we were very different, and yet we had very similar values. So there were definitely points of contact, and yet there seemed to be no points of contact. The first poem is called Soulmates. A flower is distinct from a mountain, but the same sun warms both. A flower is distinct from a mountain, the same wind whips both. A flower is distinct from a mountain, the same earth molds both. A flower is distinct from a mountain, the same shower soaks both. A flower may be distinct from a mountain, but both beautify earth. Good morning, said the blood-red hibiscus, peeping at my window. I reply with a smile. Kisses fly from eye to eye as our lazy lips smile. Telephone kisses wire fly to touch me at the hearing eye. Cocktail kisses streak from lip to cheek. A bottle in your hand, a glass in mine, but heads and shoulders in between. Trees tease, dancing ripe mangoes in the breeze, at high extremities with branches too thin to reach them. If a butterfly took root, it would fail to pollinate. If a flower tried to fly, it would surely die. Yet the dalliance continues eternally, wowing the world with natural beauty. Monsoon. Waves move all incessantly, transcending height and strength to kiss the air and wet white cement. Wall stands upright, unseeing, unmoving, unwanted. The tide recedes. Angry wave flings crab on rock. With the next one, he swims away. Crab clings to perpendicular rock, refusing to dry in the tide. Cloud spits on upturned face. Sea breeze erases the insult. Garbage swallowing monster sea spits stinking salt spray on stinging cheeks. Give up the struggle. Bow to the wish of the wind. Allow hair to veil face with black lace. After the rain, salt puddles stranded in hollows of rock, yearned reunion with the sea. Hungering for flower, twig, leaf, or stone to perch on, feather floats free, like a kite cut from its string. Ripples. Drop a stone into a stream. Trigger ripples. Concentric. Widening. Absorbing wind, light, air. Losing skin to water. Connecting distant banks in concave arcs to become one with wind wave. Today, I woke up smiling because you met me in a dream kiss before floating away into the mysterious cosmos. When a lovely rainbow fades, empty space hits the eyeballs as blue. And now the final one, it's called True. You were born alone, you will die alone. Every step of the way you must walk alone. Raise your eye to the sky alone. Some nights you'll see a star. Thank you.
And pause, stop recording. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you.